What's up, YouTube? I'm back. This TA. I'm here to entertain, motivate, heal, whatever you want to call it, whatever this page gives you. Started this channel to motivate teenagers, young adults as they enter adulthood or entering the tough adulthood stages. So I just want to dive right in. First thing is you have to stay motivated through the process, and the process pretty much starts from when you're in kindergarten, but those critical years is when you enter high schools, because I call those the 4 build-up years. And what you want to do between those 4 build-up year span is actually, prepare yourself to be on your own, because most kids here in America, they move out at the age of 18, or their parents encourage them to move out, or they get casted out of the family, another professional word for kicked out. I left the home at 16 and a half years old, so it was a little different for me. Adulthood started pretty early as I was still in high school. And what I did to actually help me to be more independent was, and by the way, I'm going to aim this at student athletes as well, because I've always been a student athlete for the past 10 years now. Always dated back to middle school, the year 2019. I mean, not 2019. This is 2019. 2009. Excuse me. And it's tough, but it can all be done with time management, organizational skills, and just staying consistent on top of things. Making sure you're prepared in a week in advance for assignments and activities and extracurriculars and stuff like that. So it can all be done. I'm gonna give you guys a background on my story. I'm 23 years old currently right now. I'll be 24 next month. I'm in my senior year of college, and I'm a student athlete, and I work full-time. Full-time student, and also a full-time athlete, as you say, as well. I actually just got done with a workout before this video. What I have to say is that every minute counts, because as we all know, time does not stick for anybody. It does not stop for anybody. Every hour of the day counts. So usually my morning start around 7 a.m. to usually ends around like 1 a.m. From 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. every single day, no matter what. And every hour is staged out to what I want to do so I can be productive. And back to those 4, I don't know what I call them, 4 golden years. We'll just say that. We'll switch the name up every single time because I pretty much made the name up on the fly. I'll call them the 4 golden years. Those first 2 years should be key for you to build a networking system, build good relationships with your peers, build good relationships with your teachers. Those last 2 years should be focusing on you getting prepared for adulthood. Maybe enter the workforce while you're in school, so you'll be able to create some money to save for college, or to buy a car, or to move into your first apartment, because like here in America, like I said, most children do move out when they're 18 years old. So I'm just going off statistics. So those are some of the things that you want to start by doing. So the first 2 years, I'm going to repeat. So the first 2 years, you want to network with your peers, the parents of your peers, your teachers. Take as many opportunities you can to get involved within the community of the school and within the community of where you live as well. That'll help you connect well with people. And I say you want to connect well with people because that actually helps you build opportunities later on in the future. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you might introduce yourself to a banker or an investor that he might help you invest into your first company, or maybe you might introduce yourself to the president of ISU or something like that. I'm here in Bloomington, Peoria area, Illinois. Maybe you introduce the president of the school, and you can actually use that to actually be able to get into school, to be able to get a good reference for school. So that's why you want to build up those networking skills, so you can be able to have a couple people to fall back on, not to be able to use people, but just use your resources. There's nothing wrong with using your resources, especially when they're laid right there on the table, and all you got to do is open your mouth to be able to connect with people. So those are the first 2 years. I say the last 2 years should be focused on revenue. And what I mean by revenue, cash flow. So maybe you start cutting grass, take out the trash twice a week for grandma. Just small things, raking leaves, shoveling snow, picking up cans. Who cares what people say? Oh, homeless people pick up the can. Who gives a fuck what people say? In 10 years, you're not even going to know those people that was even saying the bullshit anyways. It's all money. It helps support the cause that whatever you're trying to save for, whatever you're trying to do. Creating cash at an early age is also good. I say starting as early as birth for the parents that's watching this channel. Being able to save something for your kids, maybe start like a small trust fund and adding something in it. That'll be for the parents of the page, but back to the students and back to the teenagers. So this is the teenage form part of the video. So creating revenue for the last 2 years, maybe get a job and working on being more productive, maybe, going over your weekly agenda. This is something that should be done all 4 years, but we want to get more professional and organized. We want to get more professional and organized in the last following 2 years, because it teaches you how to be more professional and be more on top of things. And the best way to stay positive about this, maybe get your mind into some positive books. I would go with Think and Grow Rich. That's one of them. I think it's called Fran. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has something to do with how to influence people and make friends. I think that's the title of the book. Those are just 2 reads that are just off the top of my head. Those books will help you with, developing more positive and encouraging world. The Magic of Thinking Big. That's also another book. And it actually helps you change the perception of your wording for you teenagers to put in more positive thoughts instead of saying, I don't know if I'm be able to afford it. That's a big thing teenagers say, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to afford it. I don't know if my parents. Instead of saying that, be like, I'm working on a way. I'm still figuring out things, or just say things that are gonna get you to that goal. So that's more positive wording. We can go with it. If you're struggling with speech, talking to people of authority, the best way to do that is talk to everybody within 5 feet of you. So if you come in contact with somebody, just say hello, ask them about a little bit of your day, and that actually helps you get rid of the shyness of you actually publicly speaking and talking to just people in authority. So this gets you groomed for a job interview. And for the people that are not going straight into college, I would suggest, picking up a trade. Maybe go learn how to be a plumber, or if you're going to college, I suggest you try to do both, to be a plumber and go to college. So that way, if don't get a job right away out of college, you're still a plumber, you're still an electrician, you still know how to do your own lawn care, you're still a barber. That's another thing you can pick up. As you see, I need mine spruced up, so that's another way. And we have to know that after leaving high school, that's what I meant to say. After leaving high school, there's going to be many and odd amount of years that nothing good is going to happen. You have to develop patience, keep working, grind 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., grind as hard as you can, be productive every single hour of the day you are awake. That's just what is going to help you grind through these tough, hard moments. That's just a little bit of information that can get you guys going into, adulthood, leaving high school. I know it's the end of the year. You just got done with prom. Everything's all fun and games. Boom, high school's over with. Now you got to get a job. Now you got to find something to do. Now you got to build your life the way you want it to go. Do not lollygag on these people. Take these tools that I'm giving you and take them into considerations, because they are great life tools. Not going to hear a lot of people speak this way at the age of 23 years old. I just happen to be very fortunate and well-educated, and most of it was a lot of self-determination. I wanted to be able to talk like this. I wanted to be able to be professional. I wanted to be able to be somebody that nobody else was in my family. Not to say nobody's a loser in my family, but I'm doing it. I'm doing the damn thing, man. So that's all, folks. You're watching TA's YouTube channel. I'm here to entertain, motivate, heal, whatever you want me to do for you, whatever this channel does for you, I'm out, man. Peace out.